Hello students, in this video we will study about the total pressure force and center of pressure acting on a vertical plane surface submerged in a liquid. For this we will consider a vertical plane surface which is of the arbitrary shape, irregular shape, and it is submerged in a liquid. Suppose the area of this vertical plane surface is capital A. H bar, it is the distance between the center of gravity of this particular area from the free surface of the liquid. Capital G is the center of gravity of this plane surface. Capital P is the center of pressure, the point at which the total force will act, and S star is the distance of center of pressure from the free surface of the liquid. So whatever be the position of this point P, it is the distance between this point P and the free surface of the liquid. Now in this diagram we can see there is a arbitrarily shaped plane surface which is vertical and submerged in a liquid. On this surface we can see it is a point G which is the center of gravity of this particular surface. This point P is the center of pressure. So we need to find out the expression for this force F which is acting on this surface, vertical surface. This F, what is the magnitude of this F, we need to find out into this derivation, as well as its location, means at what distance it will act from the free surface of the liquid, which is shown by S star. So we also need to find out this S star. Okay. So for this we will consider this whole surface is made of a n number of small strips. Means if we divide this surface into n number of small strips and take the one strip arbitrarily, suppose this is the strip which is very small. This strip has thickness dh and it has width small b. Means this elemental strip has a thickness dh and width as small b. Now if we find out the force acting on this elemental strip, then according to the hydrostatic law we can find out the pressure intensity which is acting on this strip, which is equal to P is equal to rho gh, where h is the distance of this strip from the free surface of the liquid, because according to hydrostatic law we know that the pressure intensity is equal to rho multiplied by g multiplied by z, which is the distance from the free surface of the liquid. Here z's value is small h, hence P is equal to rho gh. Now area of this strip, if we consider it as dA, then area of this strip is b multiplied by dh, its width multiplied by its thickness. Hence the pressure force acting on this strip will become as pressure intensity multiplied by area. So pressure intensity we have found at rho gh and area we have found at b into dh. Hence the total force which will act on this elemental strip will be rho gh multiplied by b multiplied by dh. Now to find the total pressure force acting on the whole surface, we will integrate this equation of this elemental strip for the whole surface. So if we consider the total pressure force acting on the vertical surface is as F, then integration of this dF will give the same value. So integration of dF is, if you put the value of dF as rho gh into b into dh, then it will become as integration of rho gh into b into dh. As we know that rho and g are constants, hence the integration will become as rho g integration of b into h into dh. Now what is this term b into integration of this b into h into dh? It is the integration of h multiplied by dA. This is h, and this b multiplied by dh, we know that it is the area of that small incremental strip. So it will become as integration of h into dA. This means that this integration means that the area multiplied by its distance from the free surface of the liquid. So this integration means it is the total movement of the area, means the first movement of the area about the free surface of the liquid. So this is equal to the movement of the surface area. This is the movement of the surface area about the free surface of the liquid. Hence it is equal to area of the surface. This integration of this small dA is equal to total area, and this distance of Cg from the free surface, which is equal to this. So it will become as A into h bar. Okay, so the expression for the force become as total pressure force. It is F is equal to rho g multiplied by A into h bar. So this is the expression for the total force acting on the vertical surface submerged in a liquid. Now this force will act at particular distance from the free surface of the liquid. For this we need to find out the distance of this pressure force F from the free surface of the liquid. For this we will find the expression for S star, which is equal to the distance between this force and the free surface of the liquid. So center of pressure is calculated by using the principle of moments, which states that the moment of the resultant force about an axis is equal to the sum of the moments of the components about the same axis. So this principle is basically used here, which is known as principle of moments. Means if we find out the moment of this force is obviously a total force, means there is a surface area on which this force F is acting. This is the vertical surface AB, this is AB, this is the free surface of the liquid. If you find the moment of this force about this free surface of the liquid, which is equal to F multiplied by the distance of these two, which we are finding here, it is S star. So this will be the moment of this total force about the free surface of the liquid. If we compare this with the integration of the total movement for the elemental strip, then we will also get the movement for the total surface area. Then we will compare these two and we will find the equation for the center of pressure. Hence this movement about the free surface of the liquid by the force capital F is F into S star. Now we will consider the same movement for this small elemental strip on which the force dF is acting. So similarly the movement for this small incremental strip will become as dF multiplied by h. We know that the value of the dF is rho gh into b into dh, which we have found out above, multiplied by this small h. Okay. Now similarly, if you want to find the sum of moments of all such forces, mean if we combine the moments of the all forces which are acting on this all incremental elemental strips, then the equation will become as integration of this rho gh into b into dh into h. If we simplify this, we will get as rho g become outside of the integration of b into h into dh. Now this we know that b into dh is the area, which is dA, and h into h is the h square dA. So this will become as integration of h square dA. So what is this h square dA? this is equal to the moment of inertia of the surface about the free surface of the liquid. Means area multiplied by its distance from the free surface of the liquid, its square, it is equal to the moment of inertia, means the second moment of the area about the free surface of the liquid, which is shown by I0. Hence the sum of the moments about the free surface of the liquid will become as, if we replace this I0 here, then the sum of the moments will become as rho into g into I0. Now this rho into g into I0 and this f into s star are equal, as both are the same values found out by the two different ways. If we compare these two, we will get f into s star is equal to rho into g into I0. But we know that f is equal to rho g h bar. We have found out the expression for the total pressure. F is equal to rho g h bar. If we put this value here, we will get rho g h bar into s star is equal to rho g I0. If we simplify this for the value of S star, then it will become as S star is equal to rho g I0 upon rho g H bar. Simplifying this, we will get I0 upon H bar. So this is the expression for the S star, which is equal to I0, which is the moment of inertia, say, or second moment of inertia of the surface about the free surface of the liquid, divided by area of this particular vertical surface multiplied by h bar. It is the distance between the center of gravity of this surface from the free surface of the liquid. But into this equation we cannot find the value of this I0 directly, because it is very hard to find the moment of inertia about any axis which is located at anywhere onto this surface. Then we will use the parallel axis theorem, which states that the moment of inertia about an axis passing through any point is equal to the moment of inertia of the axis parallel to the same axis and passing through the center of gravity plus area of that particular surface multiplied by h bar, which is the distance of the center of gravity from the free surface of the liquid, and its square. Okay, so I0 is equal to Ig plus AH bar square. This is the expression. Means to find out the moment of inertia at any axis, we need to convert it into this form, so that we can easily find the moment of inertia about the axis passing through the center of gravity by the standard formula. Hence the above equation, if we replace this in the above equation, it will become as S star is equal to Ig plus H bar square divided by H bar. If we simplify this, the equation will become as Ig divided by H bar plus H bar. Means from this equation we can say that S star is equal to H bar plus that much amount. That much amount means Ig upon H bar. Means the value of S star is greater than H bar by Ig divided by H bar, that much amount. Okay, so this is the expression for the distance between the center of pressure or total pressure from the free surface of the liquid. Thank you.